to center. And they have killed the penalty, and now Coffey takes a whack at one of the North Stars. It's Dave Gagne, and he'll get a penalty, and Gagne comes after him, and here's Richard Zemlak in for the North Star. Now Coffey getting battered around pretty good here in the opening moments of this game. And he elected to take a whack at Dave Gagne, and now Zalapski of the Penguins and Brian McClellan have some words. The sticks come up here. Whose stick is that? Is that Kevin Stevens or is that Brian McClellan? Lemieux is over talking to McClellan now. Well, the temper's up here in the first period. No score. The Penguins apparently will get a penalty. They'll make them shorthanded. Lemieux barking at McClellan. We'll be back in a moment on the Penguins Hockey Network.
Well, Paul Coffey had gone down in front of the North Stars bench on his knees to try to work that puck back towards the North Stars zone because he knew he was down, and he tried to clear the puck back to safety. And when he got back up, he took a couple of shots from Gagne.
And he has some room. Right wing pass to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli. He's better than a check by Jimmy Johnson and whacks him back. Now play continues back in front of the Penguin net. And here is Johnson knocking down Dino Ciccarelli. Ron Hogarth, I believe, will send off Jimmy Johnson. JJ. He and Ciccarelli collided, and Ciccarelli lost his thing and then belted Jimmy Johnson right there.
Ciccarelli, the king of the dive, too. Unbelievable. Oh, my. Back to Peter Angelo, and he was able to make the save. Ciccarelli gets that stick up on people, and he pushed it up into the face of Buskas, who gave him a nice shot right to the back of the head after that. You give it, you got to take it, too.
Well, it doesn't help to combine the smarts with the ability that he has, too, on the ice. Well, Dino Ciccarelli playing the game very tough and a good, solid shoulder check on Doug Bodger of the Penguins. Well, Micheletti and Brown have to sit down.
Stevens standing right in there pretty good, pushing everybody aside. Musil, Frantisek Musil standing in there, too. Now they're talking to one another. I don't know if Kevin can understand him or not. Talking in Czechoslovakian, probably.
No, it doesn't matter. It's pretty universal. Gord, Dineen, and Rod Buskas push and shove. This one's got the makings of maybe breaking out here. You got to be careful. Hogarth trying to split people apart. As the tempers heat up. Now Hogarth telling people, get over to the penalty box. Get away, get out of here. Now we've got a fight breaking out here. It's Rod Buskas involved with Gord Dineen. Buskas with a left hand coming in. This is a pretty good matchup. Dineen comes with a left. Oh, this is a good goal. Buskas and Dineen both throwing lefts. Rod Buskas of the Penguins. One of the tougher customers the Pens have, and Gord Dineen, and now Buskas trying to get himself free in a position to get his hands free and start firing again, or either put him to the ice. Well, they both got a lot of shots in, left-handed style.
I think Buskas got
they might be gone out of this game too, Paul.
Yeah, I think so. Buskas got him on the helmet a couple of times. Really couldn't connect with him.
Oh, Buskas with a solid left that time got it in. And the linesmen are going to step in and pry them apart. Kevin Stevens had already gone to the penalty box with Musil. And now Rod Buskas. Both guys, Dineen and Buskas, getting some shots in. We'll be back in a moment, tied at 3. Now you see the check, and then Bob Airey coming back, and Giles sticked him, and they came right back at one another.
I think Airey was upset that Giles made it come in with that elbow a little high. He had that right elbow up a little bit as he came after Airey along the boards.
Now Zemlak cruising back up, almost lost it to Lemieux. Zemlak, though, who has 1 goal in 44 games, almost 300 minutes in penalty time. Mann and Zemlak, and they're going to go. This man came out, Zemlak, and they're just going to go. That's it. They're waiting to go. And they throw a few punches. They're alive along the far side. Jimmy Mann, I think that might be his second shift of the night or afternoon. And Zemlak, they're into the Minnesota bench now. Well, they were looking for one another. Man, get on that right wing. Didn't the Penguins have Stevens on the right side? They started. Mann must have just come on. I'll tell you what happened. Zemlak took a shot at Kevin Stevens. That's what, well, he is still out there from behind. I'm not sure if Mann was out there or not. I might have called it wrong in the original setup. Looked to me as though they're still going at it here. Richard Zemlak and Jimmy Mann, the linesman trying to pry them apart.
Oh, Mann had him bent right over the boards and into that Minnesota bench.
17-17, the time of the penalties. They'll come out of it with a big come-from-behind period for the North Stars as the siren sounds here. And now the tempers heat up again to end the period. Cunnyworth involved with one of the North Stars in the corner. Well, they've been poking away at each other all afternoon. I wouldn't think the third period will be any different. Gagne in Minnesota, snap it ahead on the right wing to Basil McRae. McRae was denied on a breakaway chance here in this third period by Frank Pietrangelo. Penalty coming up here. It's loose behind the Penguin goal. Let's see who the penalty will be against. It's going to be a penalty called. Jim Johnson and Basil McRae, and now Loney steps into the situation. I want to see who the penalty is going to be on. Basil McRae now pushing Danny Quinn.
Well, big bad Basil's going off. He cross-checked Jimmy Johnson right across the back, knocked him down, and then he threw the elbow into his face. Might have gotten two penalties there, but he just got one.
Still alive, though. North Stars penalties in front. Archibald's there. Archibald shot. He scores. Dave Archibald. The puck hit the referee, Ron Hogarth. Now a fight breaks out here after the goal's been scored. But the North Stars have taken the lead on Archibald's goal. Who's battling here?
Archibald is down and holding his face. He got hurt. Somebody must have hit him after he scored the goal. I don't know who it was.
Raleigh is involved for the Penguins. Archibald is down.
And nobody back by the net where Archibald was, and he was able to put it right between the legs of Pietrangelo. Archibald got hit or went into the boards or something afterwards. And yet Frawley crushed him into the boards after he scored the goal, and he hurt his face.
Well, it's a power play goal with only 5 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jim Johnson. A costly penalty for the Penguins because the North Stars have the lead, and Archibald, visibly shaken, will be helped off the ice. To the net. Lemieux behind the goal. 15 to go on the penalty. Lemieux steps out, comes around, put it in front. Coffey trying to knock it in. Brown there too. Casey says no. And now Dineen takes a whack at Robbie Brown as he fights it around that net. Dan Quinn gets a stick up. An open net. Rook comes up. Might have a chance. He doesn't. He turns. Slows it down with a great play to Cicerelli. He has Coffey to beat. Shoots it at Coffey. Stopped it in front with his stick. All right, it's over. Today, the North Stars have defeated the Penguins. They snap a 7-game losing streak. Minnesota 6 and Pittsburgh 3.